Well, good morning. It's the morning of day 73, and I'm in front of my motel, the Timbers Inn Suites, and waiting for a ride to get taken back to the trailhead. So, both excited to get out there, and also a little used to the luxury of sleeping in a bed. So, that's been really great. Got all my resupply stuff done, got all my packages mailed out for most of Oregon, and kind of a plan figured out anyway. If you notice, I'm growing the beard out here for a little bit. We'll see how it goes. I'm not a big fan of it, but I'll grow it for a little while and see what happens. So I will talk to you guys once I get back to the trail. Just wanted to say good morning. Hope your day's off to a great start, and have a great day. All right, I'm back at the trail and ready to get going. Well, I don't know if I'm ready to get going or not, but I'm gonna get going. So getting my first view of, I think this rock, it's called Pilot's Knob or Pilot's something. Anyway. So far the trail's been mostly like this, kind of wooded and covered, which I'm grateful for because it's pretty warm out. I think it's supposed to be in the mid-90s today, and it's a little humid, so kind of coming in and out of spots like this upcoming one up here, but for the most part it's been covered, which is nice. See if we got a little better view of that Pilot. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, that is called Pilot Rock, and I'm guessing it probably got its name because pilots in the old days, I bet they used it to navigate by because it's such a prominent feature. Getting closer to Pilot Rock, and gain enough elevation to start getting a little bit of a view. It's really hazy because of the smoke, which I guess is affecting a lot of the U.S. the fires in Canada. So I've hiked around to just below Pilot Rock, and there's the view that direction, and then you can see out across the valley over here. There was a couple of day hikers up here, and they just gave me a scone, which was a nice little on-trail trail angel treat. Very nice. So when I was going into Ashland that final day, a couple of people told me how to tell this story. I don't know if it'll come out as funny on here as kind of when it actually happened to me, but I was come down off the mountain, come down to where there's this big intersection of all the roads, and I'm trying to figure out which road goes to Ashland and where I ought to stand to try to hitchhike in. And this lady pulls up and says, "Hey, are you a hiker?" I'm like, "Yep." She's like, "Are you looking for a ride?" And I'm like, "Yep, trying to get into Ashland." And she's like, "Well, I've had a really tough day, and I'm going to go to a bar and get a drink, but I'd give you a ride." I'm like, "Well, I'm trying to get in town, so I'll probably just hitchhike." And she kind of paused, and she's like, "Well, I'll just take you in town." So I said, "All right." So I get in the car, and she's got, the car's just full of stuff all over. We're moving stuff to try to get my pack in and get me in. And so I get in the car, and she's kind of ranting about a bunch of different things. And I'm immediately thinking in my head, yeah, probably shouldn't have done this. And so what does she do? Straight to a bar. And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm trying to get to Ashland." And so she just walks in the bar, and I'm like, man. So I grab my backpack and put it on and head out to the road to walk back to where she had picked me up, because now I'm thinking, yeah, great, now I got a couple of miles back to where I was at before. And this car's coming up the road, and I stick my thumb out, and the guy pulls over and says, "Hey, do you need a ride into Ashland?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do actually." And so he gave me a ride. He charged me or I shouldn't say charge me, but it's one of those people that ask for donations. And so I gave him $10, and he took me straight to the hotel. But it all worked out great. I got in, pretty fast. But yeah, getting in the car, and the lady drives to the bar. No thanks. I think she was looking for me to buy her a drink. Pretty little field of yellow wildflowers. Sure is smoky. So it's right between these two trees right here. Right between there is Mount Shasta. You can barely see it because of all the smoke, but it's there. Alright, so I just filled up with water. It's about 12:30 and I've got about a 13-mile water carry to the next reservoir. There is one little stream in between, which on my far out shows that it's dry. So I'm just carrying water to get me the 13 miles, and that way I know that I can get there. So you can see Pilot Rock off in the distance over there. And here's what my trail is looking like this afternoon. And in and out of some of these lava fields and forests. Look at that blue sky in the background. Well, it's a little after 4 and I'm still plugging along. Scenery has been pretty much the same, so I really haven't videoed much. Probably about 3.5 miles from where I'm planning on camping. So another hour and a half-ish or so. This is probably my first real big view of the day. So I'm at my next water source, and I filled up with water and getting ready to head on towards camp. Alright, so here's a wrap up for day 73. I did 23.5 miles today. Had some problems with my shoes. I was just working on those. Hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see. These shoes are gonna last till bend, so if it doesn't work, I'm in trouble. I guess I always have my sandals to wear. But overall, I had a pretty good day today. It was a pretty nice trail. Not a lot of great scenery. I showed you what little there was. So hopefully you enjoyed that and you guys had a great day. I will talk to you tomorrow morning, and good night. Just thought I'd show a quick little video of how many PCT campers are all camping out in this field, in case anybody's worried about me camping by myself. Some nights I do, but tonight's not one of those nights.